Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, I keep drinking sake. This time I'm drinking this one. And I introduce sake in both Japanese and English. And then the goal and then the purpose of my channel is get more people drunk with sake and then make them drink more sake so that we can really make sake breweries more money making companies, and then they would use that money to make more delicious sake. And when I drink sake, of course I'm drunk and I want to talk about something, and I talk something about Japan in English. Anyway, today I'm drinking sake from Nagano prefectures. Name of the sake brewery is called Shusenkurano. Name of sake is Genbu. It looks really cool. Nakajima Genbu. And it's a ginjo sake. And as always, I drink sake with my favorite Kagami crystal glass. So let's see how this sake is gonna taste like. Okay, cheers. The first boy smell. Really good smell, my gosh. So clean, so delicate. Oh my gosh, I can smell that, like the rich, rice flavor. They don't specify which sake they use to mix this sake. And then the flavor and the taste is amazing. Very high quality. Rich rice flavor. Juicy, sweet, but not too sweet. So clean. My goodness. Oh, by the way, it's a raw sake. It says nama sake. It's so clean. And I cannot really find the people who can describe how this sake would taste like. So here's the thing. If you ever wonder which sake you might want to try, or you should try, I recommend you to try Genbu Nakajima from Nagano prefectures. But if there's any sake that you recommended to me, please leave a comment. So I'm gonna look for it. If I can find it, then I'm gonna drink it, and then I'm gonna make a video in both Japanese and English. And before I forget, if you can subscribe to my channel, please do so. I need help from you guys, support, so that I can really build up my channel. Anyway, yeah, I think I was gonna talk about something about Japan. I forgot. Oh yeah, here's the thing. So one of the things that I talk about Japan when I drink sake is statistic data from a lot of different different companies, different industries, different government agencies. And 2 or 3 days ago, it became the #1 topic because of the average sales price of the newly built condominium in Kanto regions, like Greater Tokyo area. The conclusion is that the average sales price of the newly built condominium in Greater Tokyo area actually hit a record high. It exceeded more than the price of the bubble era, which was back in 1990. So this year is 2022, so almost 30 years ago. So Japan is really struggling in so many ways, but in one way or another, the Japan has maintained to be the third largest, biggest country in this world. But they've been struggling, but finally, after 30 years, the average sales price of newly built condominiums in Greater Tokyo area exceeded and hit a record high, which is really good thing, because it actually shows that one way or another, price is increasing. That means there is a demand. Of course, we have to include the factors that price to those condominiums and apartments increasing, but still, it's a good thing. So the fiscal year in Japan begins from April for the company and in school, and the average sales price of the FY 2021, which begins April 1st, 2021, and it ends 2022 March 31st. Average sales price of the newly built condominiums in Greater Tokyo area was 33 million Japanese yen, which is record high. Even contract rate is 72%, which is good, because as long as the contract rate is above 70%, that means people are really buying those apartments and the condominiums and everything. If that's below 70%, that's an issue, because that means people don't buy it. But this time is different, 72%. So if we only take a look at the numbers, that the contract rate is above 70%, the average sales price of those newly built up condominiums in Kanto region, Tokyo greater area, is a record high, above the bubble year back in 1990. It sounds really great. I mean, it's really good. It's really good for those people who have already purchased the properties before. That means that if anything, if they want to sell those properties, most likely they can sell at a higher price than the amount that they paid to purchase their current properties. But here's the thing. Three things. Japan is facing the population declining, and one way or another, we are affecting the pressure to increase the interest rate. It's not bad, because it only, for example, let's say flat 35 is one of the most popular financing options to buy property. The lowest interest that we can get in this month, April, is 1.44%. It's up compared to March, because the March was 1.34%, I believe. So it only up by 0.1%. if we compare the number to the ones in the US, it's really different because in the US it's so crazy. It's only like 5.2 or 3%. So in terms of interest rate, it's fine, but like another thing that we need to consider is salary, annual income. It doesn't change. This is it's a big issue because especially in this country, how much we can borrow, it really ties up with how much we make in this country. So the average annual income, if it doesn't grow, it doesn't increase, that means general populations, the amount that people can borrow, it hasn't really changed. It might be a little bit more because the interest rate is much cheaper right now, but ultimately if the annual income doesn't increase, then it wouldn't make that much difference. So for those people again who purchased the properties already, you guys gonna have a great chance to make capital gain in this country, in Japan. But for those people who are planning to buy property in the future, be careful with higher interest rate and always demand for the pay raise. Otherwise, I don't think you can keep up with it. But anyway, the whole point of this video is that the sake is good, so you should try. And also in Kanto region, Tokyo region, the greater Tokyo area, it's just we just hit the record high on the property price. The rest of the situations, let's see how it goes, because I'm so drunk right now. Anyway, so I hope to see you in my next video. So for now, please take care and then, じゃあね, goodbye.